Night of the Living podcast is always ad-free for patrons at patreon.com/NOTLP.
Welcome to Night of the Living podcast, where every week we talk about horror movies, fantasy movies, all that sci-fi whacked out crazy stuff.
What was it? Horror movies,
scary movies. And it's Hispanic Heritage Month, and every year we welcome Lewis Fowler in to curate the show. Lewis, what's up?
Hello, how you doing?
Real good.
Well, thank you.
I didn't mean to have an accent. It just happened.
Why? I'm just fabulous.
I was like, oh no, Lewis had another stroke.
You got famous. Famous?
There's Amy.
That's not what I meant to say. I don't know what I meant to say. Hi, I'm Amy.
I'm Freddy.
You are.
Yeah, and we're going to be talking about the old ways.
Did we not introduce Andy anymore?
Damn.
Or-
Yeah, didn't we say Andy?
No.
Andy's here.
Shit.
I got replaced by Lewis.
Oh,
God damn it. Here's
now
what,
this
that's
is
what
gonna
happens when you hit the
spiral.
vape before you record.
Andy, don't spiral.
Freddy can only handle one minority at a time.
That's right. I'm blinded to the needs of most. But Andy is here. I should have just gone clockwise to not trust myself. The default for me is clockwise around the table, pretending that my screen where my remote collar is at the table.
Your remote collar.
No, I get it. I'm blinded by Lewis's magnificence too. So
It's true.
I would forget me too.
Yeah, he just lights up a room.
Well, thank you.
Lewis is great, but you're great too.
Well, literally, because he's right by the window.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry, Andy.
He's never going to get over it now.
No,
18
it's gonna
years.
haunt me.
No.
The dude's 18 years.
18 years.
You know
I
how this
haven't
works.
seen him once.
It's going to spiral.
No, but
No.
the old ways.
But, that's what we're starting with. The old
Netflix.
ways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you want to play along, fire up your Netflix.
Watch it. Then come back if you don't want spoilers.
Yeah.
Was that Netflix? I got it through Amazon Prime.
Yeah,
Yep.
we
It's on Netflix, so that's where we watched it.
you watched it on Netflix.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's in a couple of spots. Good,
Yeah.
I guess. I mean, if you like bad movies.
I don't know.
I do feel like someone here owes me at least $300.
Yeah.
It wasn't bad.
It was a mixed
It wasn't
bag.
great.
Yeah.
It was a mixed bag.
It was a mixed bag. Okay, we'll go with
Yeah.
that. Sure.
We'll get into why it is when we talk about it, but it was definitely muddled.
It was a mixed bag. There was some broken glass in there and some candy. It depends on what you grab.
Circus peanuts.
Candy.
A snake.
Some goat's milk.
Let's give that out for Halloween.
Just give out glasses of goat's milk. Be like, clean
Purify
yourself
the
up, kid. Keep your soul clean.
Yeah, just dump it right in their bag.
Yeah, you can enjoy it later.
Yeah.
In Mexico, I'm sure goat's milk is actually is a candy. The goat's milk chocolate.
Chocolate goat's
well,
milk.
yeah, that makes
Do
sense.
they make a chocolate goat's milk?
Yeah, no, yeah, it's the little suckers
Yeah.
taffy-like candy.
Really?
Mm.
I didn't realize
Yeah.
that was goat's milk.
Freddie, all you got to do is
Yeah.
put some Nesquik and some goat's milk, and you got yourself some
It's
chocolate
it's
goat's milk.
tangy. Goat's milk has got like a tang to it that milk doesn't have, like cow's milk doesn't have. You know. I couldn't imagine putting like chocolate syrup in that stuff.
Nesquik.
Kind of makes me want to try that down.
Yeah, just out of curiosity. I mean, I'd try anything once.
I'll give you $1.
Where do we get goat's milk from around here?
A
You
goat.
You can get it at
Trader
Whole
Joe's.
Foods.
Whole
Do they
Foods,
really?
Trader Joe's. You could probably get it
Yeah.
at places like
Oh,
that.
I don't want to pay Whole Foods prices.
Yeah, Whole Foods and the other place, Trader Joe's.
Yeah.
Oh,
you,
really?
You can get
Okay,
on somebody's farm. And
I can
get it
handle
yourself.
Trader Joe's prices. Trader Joe's prices are good.
Yeah.
I know a lady with a goat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it female?
And you can milker. You can milker.
Yeah.
Well, you can milk her.
I mean, I assume you can milk any kind of
Or
goat.
him.
I mean, as long as it's a lady goat. But what do I know?
You can milk. I got nipples.
Yeah, I got goat nipples. Can you milk me?
All right.
Bah.
Crazy. Goats. You guys ready to move on?
Sure.
All right.
Patreon. We didn't mention. We just had a Topicana
Oh, yeah.
wherein we discussed Amy's topics.
We just do our little talk show where we
Yeah.
talk about the topics of the
think
day.
of it like a morning show.
What was an example of one of the topics we talked about? Does anybody remember?
A burger?
Favorite burger
Burgers.
toppings.
Burger toppings. Yeah, that's right.
Talked about
That's
that.
scintillating conversation, but it's a good conversation.
Lewis, do you have a favorite burger topping?
Well, for lunch this for birthday lunch this week.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Happy
Happy
birthday, by
birthday,
the way.
Liz.
I went
do
to,
we-
well, thank you very much. Appreciate that. I went to a French restaurant
Oh yeah.
Ooh la la.
and I got the burger that had Gruyere and
Oh, yeah.
Mm.
other French
Shit.
things that made it was pretty good.
They put a little foie gras on there.
Yeah, some foie gras, and it I could tell you this: people don't know how good a French burger is compared to McDonald's.
Yeah.
I think most people would think
Yeah.
any other kind of burger is
Unless
better
we're
than
Donald
McDonald's.
Trump.
But I don't think people will quite realize how good French food is.
You
I
know,
guess. I mean,
but
French
you know
burgers would
the-
be. People
you
know that
what,
French food's good.
You know, well, the thing is, like, it's a $15 burger,
That's not bad.
and yeah, and like, and apparently, around the time the McDonald's is up to $13 for a
Mm-hmm.
It's true.
for a
Like a
whole
combo,
meal.
yeah.
Yeah, so you can get a hamburger, a French hamburger with the pommes frites, the fries
Mm.
for the same price.
I don't know. McDonald's Coke is real good.
It's sharp.
At the French restaurant, can you get like a Le Fleury?
You can
But it's
get a
broken
pom-
though.
Vagabonds.
You
The
get,
machine's always broken.
you get Pellegrino.
You
Pellegrino.
guys are such hobos.
Nice.
You don't want nice things.
Not usually. Sometimes.
Patreon.com/NOTLP if you want to know about our favorite burger toppings and other things we talked about.
Plus Origins, our old episodes revisited with commentary.
And we're talking old. We're in 2012.
Yeah.
That is olden times by now.
We just talked about the Toynbee tiles on the last one.
Google it. It's a fascinating mystery.
Yeah.
It's also fun to say.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Fantastic. Well, then I guess we're going to do this.
Yeah, we're ready over here. We're ready for the old ways, I think.
Turn out lights, it's the main attraction.
This week's main attraction is Lewis's pick to kick off Hispanic Heritage Month, The Old Ways from 2020, directed by Christopher Allender and written by Marcos Gabriel. Starring some actors I'm not familiar with.
Yeah, I didn't recognize anybody.
But
that's
Lewis, I just want to ask you, like, what made you decide to go with The Old Ways?
For this one and for all the recommendations for this month, I did something where I went to Amazon and I wanted movies that are just within the past about 5 years or later. So it's going to be a bunch of movies that are in the past few years, and some movies I haven't watched.
Mm-hmm.
So I went into this very blind.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, I wanted to do that for more of a trying to have a better understanding of because we always do horror from close to 25 or so years.
Right.
The old days. Talking about the old
Yeah.
days.
We're hooked on nostalgia a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I wanted to kind of try the realms of horror that I really don't. I'm not well versed in, and I feel that this was a pretty good entry point. You know, because I really enjoy uh, reading about Kieran Disma and uh, the old ways of Mexican spiritualism and things like that. And I want to hear what you guys have to say about it.
Yeah. So just quickly to synopsize the movie, The Old Ways is a 90-minute runtime. It's categorized as folk horror. Christina, she is an expat Mexican who has returned to her town to write a story, right? About, was the story originally supposed to be?
She was going to
She was
write
doing
about
some research.
Yeah, she was researching for witchcraft and stuff like that in the area, and specifically this area called La Boca.
But that was like a cover for her deciding to kill herself with a heroin overdose, right?
Spoiler alert.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we're gonna pick it apart.
Yes. So
Yeah.
that's basically why she's there. But while she's there, it turns out visiting La Boca means you got a demon in you now.
And not just that, but we had been treated to a cold open of her as a child witnessing her mother's exorcism. So
she's steeped in it.
You're getting not just that, and then she moves away to the U.S. and then she comes back kind of with a different disconnect that she's gone to another culture and returned, and now she's deep in this cave system trying to kill herself, but then they find her and they bring her and they're like, you got a demon in you. Did I get that right?
You.
Sure.
Pretty close.
I missed a lot of the movie because I was stoking the fires.
Oh, Andy kept the fire going. We were having it outside.
So
We watched it outside.
the
on a
reveal
cool
that
night.
she was trying to kill herself with an overdose. I was like, what?
I know it's kind of almost lost.
Was it? Was it obvious, or was
No.
it kind of like
It could-
suggestive?
It wasn't obvious at all.
No,
Okay.
not in the least. It was kind of a throw, like a left field, kind of like, what?
Her whole heroin addiction feels
weird.
optional. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, you don't need it. The movie could have done without it entirely.
Yeah, I wish they've kept it focused on the folk horror aspect and kept away from her whole backstory.
Right.
Well,
yeah.
I feel like the movie veered off and folklore into some sort of weird, Terminator light film.
Yeah.
Because the movie for about the first hour is really steeped in traditions and the rituals and the whole atmosphere is
Mhm.
creepy and it's so steeped in the tradition, but then about an hour into it, it becomes like some sort of revenge movie or something where she's like, I'm a bruja motherfucker or something, and it's kind of mind-boggling how it goes down this road that it's just like you don't even want really to watch it anymore.
Yeah.
It's such a different movie.
Yeah.
I hate to say this, but it seems pretty clear to me the lead character, maybe not just the actor herself, but the character itself is the biggest problem with the movie.
I think it was the actress, honestly.
She was really flat.
She had no intensity at all.
Yeah. And also a lot of her moments weren't really earned because it was not obvious she was suicidal at first. And again, you don't even need that because of the connection to the childhood experience. You don't need the drug addiction.
I wish I get the storyline of how she feels disconnected to her culture and she's trying to find her roots again. And I kind of related to that part, and I wish they focused on that instead of the.
I agree. I agree. That was a very, very, very meaningful part of the movie.
Yeah, but they didn't need the drug addiction metaphor at all.
Yeah,
I don't think.
yeah.
And the
Yeah.
And if they're doing the drug addiction is your demon, demon is your drug addiction, I'm over that.
and they weren't even really doing that though. It was just a little bit of
But they didn't even really do it.
like,
You're right. It
Yeah.
was so unnecessary. It was very strange.
And I didn't like when she gets exercise from the demons, and then the old Kirandira dies,
Yeah.
and then comes like this other movie where it's the other girl who's possessed now,
Yeah.
and it didn't need that whole coda.
There were like two
Yeah.
endings. Yeah.
Yeah. Because then they bring in her boss, who has brought her more heroin. Again, there's really no reason. He has a reason to be there. He's her boss, right? Like you don't need to have him deliver heroin. And then, and now he's possessed.
Yep. Everybody's possessed.
And
you can't go to La Boca because if you go to La Boca,
I was telling them like just put a sign in front of the cave of La Boca.
Honestly.
Tell people not to enter. That would be an easier solution to your demon problem instead of kidnapping these people and exercising them.
And wasn't it unclear too whether really that cave was really the issue? Because her mother, they almost insinuate her mother transmitted something to her with those scratches in her arm.
Yeah.
So they muddied that too. They made that confusing when it didn't need to be.
I feel like they during this coda, they just had nowhere to go with the storyline. You should be depossessed and things come out good. But the whole thing about the other demon and the creature thing, all stuff, it just needed to be it needed to be pared down for about 30 minutes of runtime.
Yeah, because
Make it short.
you don't give your lead character any kind of real resolution that way either. Because usually you'll have a character leave home, have their adventure, learn the lesson, and go back to some form of whatever home was. Right? They don't literally have to go back. But she's not even the same character at all at the end of the movie. Like it could have been anybody. Like any person could have taken that role and played it out the way it played out. There was no distinction to it.
Well, also too, the guy for the white guy from America, comes there with her, and now she's the curate, and she tries to use it, but she doesn't know Spanish.
Yeah.
So how's she gonna interpret all the clients to her now?
It's because she's a motherfucking bruja. No,
That's all you
seriously.
need to know.
We keep saying that line, but that's literally a line from the movie.
Yeah,
and
it's dumb.
It was very eye rolling. I literally went ugh.
It's very out of place.
Yeah,
that's the exact part of the movie where I just dropped it. It was they tried to have a Terminator walk online,
Yeah.
something to the posters says but it doesn't have it gets so forced.
Yeah.
And it's so immature.
Yes.
She has no reason to all of a sudden be this tough, two-fisted warrior.
The actress couldn't sell it. I think that was supposed to be the journey, but I don't think the actress could sell it, or it was just the script couldn't support the journey of I'm becoming a badass through this whole exorcism process.
She's she has a swagger and kind of a quick wit throughout, but it's not this type of character that ultimately she looks like at the end. She's more like a wisecracking journalist, which makes sense for the character where she's kind of talking back to them and kind of making light of stuff, even in scenes where she should be completely horrified of what's happening. She's still kind of making jokes.
She's shackled and being force-fed goat's milk.
Right. But and all that, I see what they were going for with her, like that kind of Hawkeye character, you know, or whatever.
She couldn't sell it though.
No.
Yeah, like all her moments where she was tied down and doing had these rituals performed on her. She was just like,
Beautiful actress, but she didn't do it for me.
She didn't. I didn't really think she was that bad. When she was one character, it was her transformation that made it not work.
Right.
Yeah, they didn't give her a lot to work with.
It was very abrupt. The transition from like this wispy reporter to this motherfucking Bruja.
The entire movie is abrupt. It drops you right into the middle of the action to start. In that's a fine and valid storytelling technique, but I'll tell you what they did with it. Instead of letting you figure stuff out through context clues and other ways, they kept giving you flashbacks. But there's just so many of them, and I got confused, and it stopped the momentum of a scene from the present day to have the flashback, and you just keep losing the fun part because then you're going back to her in a cave.
Yeah, it's not maintaining tension from scene to scene. It's not building on anything.
No.
Because like you're saying, it fizzles out every time, and then they have to start building tension again from scratch.
Yeah.
I will say the practical effects I thought were really done well.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Beautifully, like,
in lit.
Art direction.
And,
I like that.
That part where the old Bruja is putting her hand into the
the psychic surgery scene.
Into the reporter's stomach. That was really done well.
I thought that really was the highlight of the movie. Because you think it's going to just be surgery, but then it goes to her other side and it becomes really painful,
Didn't she take teeth out of her?
They were animal teeth.
Yeah, she kept taking things out of her stomach like a magic trick. Like, look what I got.
Yeah.
Like, what's behind your ear? It's a quarter.
Andy Kaufman had that done when he was diagnosed with cancer, like psychic surgery. Yeah. Which is, they didn't make it look fake. Like they could have gone in with CG and stuff, but they stuck with kind of, it wasn't, no spoiler, that's a con that they run psychic surgery, but like there is a trick to it. Like a good artist knows to, like when to buckle their knuckles under to look like they're pushing into somebody. And those people push hard so that the person receiving it feels like they're being penetrated,
Yeah.
Isn't that weird?
Sorry.
Could you imagine?
I'm very immature.
My growing up, my mother was she always believed that psychic surgery was real.
Yeah.
She always believed, and later, I grew up about knowing that, but later you hear those documentaries of, about people with the chicken guts and everything.
Yeah.
And it's kind of amazing that people still really believe that.
Yeah. And it works sometimes, I think, because of it, the placebo effect, like at least on some level. I think sometimes that helps some people if they really do believe it. And, because there's that mysterious part of your brain still that, you don't know what powers your brain really has.
Go ahead.
No, it's like I love seeing it every time on screen though.
Yeah.
Regardless if it's bunk or not. Like one of my favorite things is like when they rub the egg down on their bodies and they crack it open and it's like all gooey and black inside.
Yeah.
I love that stuff.
It's cool. It's
you
still,
want to do it,
it's still ceremony and ritual. Yeah.
Get some eggs and rub them on your body.
Because whether or not you believe or not, I feel that the actual ritual and the it's an atmosphere of belief.
Yeah.
Because you're not when you're in a place like that with a circle, you're gonna have this distinction of belief because you're gonna be surrounded with that type of the types of work. You know, people that are in a belief structure are going to combine for that stuff to actually work.
Mm-hmm.
You know, uh, I feel that that the more people believe something, the more it will work.
Yeah,
You know,
I agree with
There's
you.
some magic in
it's
yeah.
like you said, the placebo effect. You know, you don't know if something, if you have a disease or something, and uh, a place gives you a esoteric surgery, you don't know if that helped or not. Sure, you're gonna find out maybe it's not, but still you're gonna feel like something helped.
Yeah,
You were
You
doing
know,
something
goes
for
back to that.
yourself. It's about control too.
You can't prove a negative either, so like
Yeah.
the value in it is ritualistic. Like I feel like you can argue with it all day and be like, yeah, it's a stunt, it's fake, but like for the person receiving it, it's something else. It depends on the person, like I feel like
yeah,
you can't undervalue like the person's belief really having that power to make something happen with their body.
yeah.
You know what else is making happen with her body right now?
Is also already cracking them off.
Smells.
That damn dog
the
every
dog.
time.
She's got a demon in her.
Has a demon inside of her ass. It's
This-
mostly dissipated
Sheesh.
by now, but it was bad there for a minute.
She excretes their demon from her.
She does right from her butt.
Yeah,
She's a
give me-
motherfucking bruja.
Give me an egg, and I'll try to extract,
It already
extract
smells
it out
like
of
enough
her.
eggs in here.
Do you know what happened to me?
Gotta fight eggs with eggs.
This probably is the reason why I kind of hate this movie. Is because I don't know how far we were into the movie. Maybe halfway. When I felt a spider crawling on my hand.
Yeah.
And then I saw it on my leg and I flicked it away, but I was never right after that.
So
I was never okay.
She wanted to go
after that.
inside after, I think.
I was like,
Yeah.
I wanted to go inside and I just watched the movie by myself inside because I was having a meltdown.
You did good.
Yeah.
But I knew Freddy would be disappointed. And I wanted,
It's because I hound
not
her about
disappoint.
spending time outside.
yes.
I'm
So
always like, we don't spend enough time outside.
I stayed.
And
but
then the spider reinforced her
Yeah.
reasonings for staying inside.
You don't
Yeah.
even know the snake scene where the snake comes out.
Oh yeah. I was thought that might be getting to
I
you.
was like, I gotta go inside. I gotta go inside. Oh my God. And then the movie just kept happening. And I'm like, this movie needs to end. This movie needs to end. And then I thought it ended once and then it didn't. It was a fake ending.
Yeah.
And then I had to. So I was just mad at this movie for existing.
So the creepy crawly moments worked.
Yeah, it's kind of like
Yeah.
who's that person that did the tricks in the old William Castle? Was that?
Yeah.
It's like that.
Oh, Amy got the enhanced experience. She had a spider
I don't know
crawling.
where it came from, but I was worried it was in my pocket for a while
Yeah.
before I noticed it.
It ate all your gum.
Think about that. And it wasn't a small spider. I mean, it might have been. Honestly, I don't really remember.
Yeah.
Something that crawled
I'm
on
proud
me.
of you
It
for
touched
sticking
me.
it through, Amy.
It sounds like a deleted lyric from that Alanis Morissette song.
It's a spider in your pocket
Yeah.
when you're all out of gum.
Oh, and then the spider in the shower. I've had a couple of spider encounters lately.
I had to save a spider from Amy in the shower.
Freddie had to save it from me.
Was it big?
Yes.
It was a real big one.
It's good because they're eating all the critters in your house.
Yeah.
But we have a deal. Don't become visible to
She wants
me.
the spiders.
Is
to
it
eat the
because you were
spiders,
in the
too.
shower naked? You felt vulnerable?
Oh my God. Yeah. There was one the other night, but you ended up killing it. I don't know how this became the spider hour.
That one made me feel guilty. I
But
flushed
I
it.
had to piss.
I like to think it has a new
and
life.
it was right there on the shower, the tub.
No, it
side.
probably had a fetish.
And I'm like,
it was a
it-
perverted
And
spider.
it went out the way it lived.
I have
You
to be
know,
able to shit and piss.
maybe the gender did the ritual on you.
Mm.
And that inspires.
Maybe I'm attracting them because I'm possessed by a demon.
Yeah. Maybe because you dress up in that spider outfit all the time with the bow in your hair.
All those extra arms.
With the bow in my hair.
Yeah, so they think you're a lady spider.
So I'm a lady spider. Doesn't make any damn sense, Freddy
You
Moore.
keep attracting all these spiders.
I just want you to know I was screaming in my head. I resented you. I resented everything. I resented the movie
I
most
thought
of
I
all.
felt eyes boring into me at one point during the movie.
If I go in, he's going to get pissed, but I'm freaking out. But after a while, it was
Get
fine.
pissed.
I know. I'm kidding.
But I would have been like, what a pussy.
I know. I deserve it. No, I knew I had the ability to go inside anytime I wanted to.
That's true.
I'm a big girl.
You are an adult.
But I chose to stick it out with my friends outside.
And it was fun.
Thank you, Amy.
Andy was keeping the fire stoked so I could at least see if anything was crawling on me.
You can see the spiders.
Oh my God, they were everywhere. And I was worried there were snakes.
And tonight, you're going to go to bed. You're going to go, what's on my leg?
Oh, you son of a bitch.
Yeah, take the cover off. It's going to be a whole bed of spiders on you.
Yeah.
Oh my God, now I'm going to have a dream about that
Thinking,
tonight.
something wicked this way comes. The little boy's room full of spiders.
And she's gonna roll. She's gonna roll over and look at Freddy, and he's a spider.
And I'm a spider now too. Yeah,
But I'm going to have to ask you to kill yourself because that's what
that's
our
what I'm
deal.
gonna say when you roll over. I'm gonna be like, I'm
Yeah.
a spider now too. Yeah,
Amy, turns out we've all been spiders the whole time.
Oh shit.
we just been trying to teach you that spiders can be good people.
Spiders can't be people.
Yeah.
I'm no fool.
You should have been suspicious when we served you flies.
I thought that was odd.
So we wrap on the old ways, the old ones.
Is there anything else we care to say about
I
it?
love the old lady in this movie.
I did
She was
too.
fantastic.
Give me an old Mexican lady with braids, and you got me.
I like that guy Saul Lopez who plays Javi.
The white hair guy.
Yes.
Yeah.
I liked him.
He looked like
Sam Shepard.
Sam Shepard.
Yeah.
that's what we were calling him.
I say the movie. I mean, the first hour is great. You know, I liked it quite a bit. But then once the second ending happened, it took me out of it.
Same.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't recommend it.
Yeah, I can't.
Unless you're a completist, you love Mexican witch stories and you're a completist. Because there are, like you said, Louis, like I feel like those scenes of ritual are really good.
Yeah. You know, I think that I think that if you like kind of a anglicized take on it, you know, where you need a person, a white person, to kind of translate it for you.
Yeah, there's a little hand holding for
yeah.
sure.
Yeah,
It's white people tacos.
yeah.
It's the white people tacos of movies.
So now, Louis, what we do after the main attraction is we kind of talk about things that our particular algorithms are spitting out at us. Like what we mean by is the devices we use recommend a show or a movie to us and whether or not we watched it, whether or not it was worth our time, blah, blah, blah.
Or just whatever we're watching.
Yeah.
So Andy, I want you to hear your review of Beetlejuice.
Oh yes, I finally saw it after a arduous day of trying to see it on Saturday.
Andy had
I had
the
a day
day-
on Saturday.
Andy had a day like the Bengals had a football game.
Yeah.
Nothing went right.
Nothing did go right for poor
But
Andy.
yeah, but I was like, I'm going to see Beetlejuice. God damn it! And
We
I
were going to
did.
go with you.
Yeah.
And then it sold out.
Yeah, and then I ordered pizza, and then it wasn't ready. They said we didn't make it.
And then
Literally, they said like, we didn't even put the order in. I was like, God damn it!
I'm trying to go like at 10:30 on Thursday morning.
yeah.
No one there.
Away from people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to see it still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I saw it, and I had a good time, but it's not going to stay with me because the story was so thin.
Yeah.
It was just an excuse to go back to that world,
Yeah.
which is a fun world. It's great, but I need more like stakes. There
Well-
was nothing I really cared about because it was so rushed. The story was.
You know, I watched Beetlejuice again, and it really, you know, he's barely in it. You know, the story is so rushed already. So I wonder if you say that it's going to be rushed. I think the movie itself was rushed because um, I think Beetlejuice is in it like only about
Like 17 minutes, I
15
think.
minutes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
Yeah, I think they did like an analysis and he's only in it for like 10,
yeah.
15, 17 minutes or something.
In the original.
Yeah. But he's in this movie a lot more.
Yeah.
And like I said, I think it was just an excuse to like show more Beetlejuice
Only
because
17 minutes.
yeah. But like in the
He
first
looms so
movie,
large.
like I cared about the characters and cared what happened to them
Yeah.
because there was actually like
It was something
build up
new.
to like the relationships. But this one, they just threw us into these things, and there was a lot of different storylines too. It just went in many directions, and they just resolved themselves really easily. I mean, the first one kind of did too, but this one had like 3-4 storylines that just wrapped up. Like, oh, movie's over. But like, I liked it and well enough. I love they use practical effects, and I just love them going back to that underworld again. And Michael Keaton is great as Beetlejuice again.
Michael Douglas.
Oh, sorry. I should refer to him how his preferred name.
That is something we talked about on top of Canada for no real reason.
When you said that to me, I was like, wait a minute. Did I get it
You're
wrong?
like, shit, which actor?
Theater money?
Matinee money. For me, at least.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people, like, I see a lot of people are really liking this movie.
Al Roker loves it. He's seen it twice.
Did he?
Yeah.
He probably has. He has Al Roker money, though.
Yeah,
so.
he's rolling in Al Roker bucks.
But like, I, it's that thing again where it's like, hey, you point at the screen. It's that Leonardo DiCaprio meme. Like, look.
Like the Paul Rudd Ghostbusters movies.
Yeah, it's just they're relying on nostalgia and fan service again.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's kind of a movie that I want it to be fan service.
I agree with
Yeah.
you. I'm with you.
No,
Like, I want to go back there.
There was a lot of it, though. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Did you watch the animated series, the Beetlejuice
No, I didn't.
cartoon? I even watched all of that. I love Beetlejuice.
Yeah, I love it too.
drink
And
it all the time.
I just wish there was
So
more
good.
heart to it, I guess that's
Yeah.
what I'm trying to say. It felt very soulless, to make a pun, I
Yeah.
guess.
I always wonder if it's me when I go to the movies now and I feel that way. Because, like, I'm like, God, life has been hard. And then you go sit down to a movie and I'm like, take me away, God damn it.
But I would say Jen Ortega was good. I like that she's becoming a new Scream Queen. So good for her.
Yeah.
Good for her.
And it was interesting how they handled Jeffrey Jones.
Oh, yeah?
Oh,
Yeah.
shit,
Is he in it?
Honey, he's a
Oh,
convicted
yeah.
pedophile.
I mean,
Nobody's going to put him in their
I thought he got out of trouble somehow.
No.
Oh, okay.
But I like the way they handled
Yeah.
him. So
Yeah.
it's some workarounds. So it was cool. I liked it enough. I give it a B.
It's a reach round.
No classic reach around.
Classic.
So anybody else watch anything?
Yeah, Lewis, you been watching anything fun?
Yeah, really. Well, last week I watched this show called Vice Principals,
Oh, my God.
That's
I
a great
love that show.
and so I started watching The Righteous Gemstones.
Yes. Oh,
And,
God.
And my girlfriend and I have been watching that, and I got to this, the second season, and it is just so incredibly funny. I can't. The pathos of the characters are so well written, and it's just it is just so unexpected how how true it is in that culture, but also how unexpected it is the way they portray it.
Yeah.
So I really like I like Vice Principals a lot, but I really like Righteous Gemstones quite a bit.
I think that creative team really they've hit their peak with Righteous Gemstones. Like that has taken everything they've done before and refined it.
Well, they were the guys behind the Halloween remake, and I really thought Halloween 1 and Halloween 2 were pretty good. But part 3,
Yeah,
I didn't
Halloween
really like.
Ends. Yeah, the David Gordon
Yeah.
Green movies.
Yeah,
I think I'm one of the few people that really actually enjoyed all three of those. Like, I was just, again, happy to be back in a familiar kind of zone.
Hanging out in
with the Halloween.
Haddonfield?
Yeah. But I get why people hate them, too. I understand that.
Sounds like a sitcom.
I know. Hanging out in Haddonfield with Mr. Cooper.
Switching the killer up.
That's
is
a reference
not
for the
smart.
old ones.
Yeah, Lewis, I'm totally with you. Righteous Gemstones, 100%. I'm addicted.
yeah.
100%.
It's pretty righteous. I'm glad you guys like it, but I watched the first season and
Couldn't take it.
it was just a little too mean for me.
I thought maybe it's not really your brand
Yeah.
of humor.
I've not watched it either.
I think Danny McBride does mean really well, which
Yeah.
a little too well maybe.
Love it. I hope he's not a real mean one.
No, I heard a story about Danny McBride I thought was really interesting where they had he was being the boisterous guy he is on TV and stuff, and they had a driver driving them around. And they got somewhere, and he's like, "Man, I gotta go back." And he went back and apologized to the driver for how obnoxious he was.
Aw.
And he's like, "Well, I get really excited, and sometimes I
Yeah.
lose control. I forget that you're just a regular guy out driving, blah blah blah."
That's sweet.
No, I'm not.
Yeah.
It's not indictment as a character. I don't know him as a person, but like.
Well, you said he plays a little too well.
Yeah.
is what I meant to say that.
Yeah, I'm not trying to say that's his character.
Right.
Like he's really good at what he does.
Right.
Yeah.
He's really good, but yeah, you kind of expect him to be a dick.
Yeah.
Like if you just looked at every role he's had, you expect kind of
You
an
do
obnoxious
side-eye
person.
people who
Yeah.
played dicks.
The thing that the one character, the daughter,
Oh, she is so goddamn funny.
she's the funniest part of that show.
Yeah.
Everything she is just so caustic and temperamental, but it's so vulgar.
Yeah. She's so horny.
Yeah, it's like a horniness vulgarity that
God bless her.
but it's just teamed with this whole Christian worship vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the funniest part of the whole show.
That's Edie Patterson, who she was also in Vice Principals.
She's
and
so fucking
she does,
funny.
everything she does is good.
She's fantastic.
Yeah. It's the
I'm
Amy
like
has
Peter.
you haven't seen Righteous Gemstones
I know,
at all,
but I know
right?
who you're talking about.
But
She was great.
You're
in Vice
gonna.
Principals.
She is like Lewis was saying. She just fucking pops in this. She gets to do some of the best bits.
Yeah, I love the cast. It's a great
Yeah.
cast. It's a great world they're building, but
Too mean.
If it
Just
makes
not
you
for me.
feel bad, yeah.
Yeah.
Some people, you get in there if you're feeling bad watching it. I almost felt that way with Vice Principals a couple times where it got a little too dark, but then it kept my interest to where I was like, I'm gonna see through some of these like darker, disturbing moments and see if the characters come out okay on the other end.
Also, too, I really like Billy Boy.
Oh, baby, Uncle
yeah.
Baby Billy,
Yeah,
Walton Goggins,
Goggins.
Goggins.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
I got it right that time.
yeah.
Goggins.
That guy's truly funny. Also,
Yeah,
Brilliant.
they
I think
do.
he might
feel
be a
real.
little bit of a weirdo. Just follow him on Instagram. He's very intense.
no,
Well,
it's
yeah.
good
A
weird.
good weirdo.
Yeah, good weird.
Yes. I
Yeah,
didn't mean,
because-
but like
because-
very intense.
'cause, I mean, I really liked him in Fallout,
Yeah, I
Not
still haven't watched that.
yet.
and I liked his Quentin Tarantino movies.
Oh, you gotta love him from
Uh,
The Shield, baby. The Shield.
I feel like he's very it's good to have an actor with that type of eccentricities, so you don't really know what its character is, because its character and vice principals, it's totally different than right gemstones, but they're assholes,
Mm-hmm.
So I really like his character work at it too.
He can do anything, I think.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah. I even watched The Unicorn, his sitcom. Every episode of it.
You're a Walton Goggins fanboy.
I am. I love him.
I was disappointed horribly by something the algorithm fed us.
Are you talking about that?
Beyond the Dunwich horror.
Yeah.
Now I know what you're gonna say, listener. You're gonna say, Amy, every H.P. Lovecraft adaptation
That slip of
that
the
isn't
tongue.
in the Mouth of Madness, which isn't even really a Lovecraft adaptation, in The Color Out of Space. Every other thing sucks balls. And I'm like, I know, but I thought maybe it would be fun. Beyond the Dunwich horror on Tubi. Can't recommend it.
When was
Yeah.
this made? Was it recent?
No.
Oh, was it really
gosh.
old?
It's 2000s.
Okay.
Yeah, and it got to be like more about like kind of a sexual thing than anything else.
Wasn't
Amy
that-
started falling asleep.
Is there
Yeah,
a
I
lot of
fell
sexual stuff in Lovecraft stuff?
Well, sure.
There is, but this is just kind of like it was just like boring. Like it wasn't really like exciting, like sexually.
It
'cause
was made for
very
$10
cheap.
too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but for
Well, beyond the cheapness, what was wrong with it?
it
Bad acting,
didn't
not a
really-
great story,
yeah, just a
bad
mess.
pacing.
Just bad all around.
Yeah.
it was just clearly a bunch of
I'm
amateurs
sorry.
making a movie.
It is very amateurish and it
Yeah.
showed. And that's all. I mean, sometimes an amateur can do.
It's
but
okay
they
to
didn't
have
do that.
opinions as long as you're not like
Yeah.
mean about it. You
Yeah.
know?
I mean,
Like how we
everybody
used to be.
Yeah.
on that movie looks like they're fine human beings.
Yeah. Everybody also looks like they're maybe 18 years old.
Yeah.
And then they're also doing like just bad like
Impressions of what
I
they
don't want to
think they
just
should be
crap
doing.
all over it. It's just like
It felt like
it's an
theater.
amateur movie. Yeah.
It felt like you were doing theater on a movie set, which was weird.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Monologuing.
it didn't work
Yeah.
out for me, and that's
That movie
okay.
came out in the early 2000s. It wasn't very good, but the poster was real good.
Oh, well, that's good. I'll give it a couple extra points.
Isn't
for
it
that,
amazing
then.
how sometimes you get this just banging painted poster or whatever, and then you're like,
Yeah.
oh wow, and then you're like, oh, this was shot on VHS.
It's important
Yeah.
that I tell people I like bad movies, but there has to be something
Yeah.
that makes me, and I like
I don't
it when
like-
they're trashier.
I don't like bad movies, but I like good posters.
Well, who does
Love a good poster. You know what? I just got served something that I didn't even know existed at all, and I thought I would have heard of it from you, Amy. Dan Harmon has a new series out.
I don't see. This is what happens when I'm not on Twitter anymore.
Yeah,
Twitter was the only way I kept.
that's your old algorithm.
I had my algorithm tuned in. It was so good. I got all the information that I needed,
Yeah.
the things that I cared about. And then when I had to drop it, because you got to drop it,
You lost touch.
I lost touch with so much stuff.
Well, now you know.
What is it?
It's called Crapopolis. It's hard to pronounce. Yeah. Have you watched it, Lewis?
No, but I agree with Amy because I quit. I quit Twitter when Elon Musk took over.
Same.
So I don't know anything about Twitter more, and so I don't have really any movie news or
Yeah.
anything.
I'm pretty
I
much
try
in
to
that
keep
same
up to
boat.
date with some stuff on Reddit, but it's only if it serves it to me.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's
I have no
the older-
algorithm.
It's like the older I get, the less algorithms I have.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, also we're not the target anymore of a lot of them. You know what I mean? I feel like we're aging
I'm
out
still
that
in
demographic.
there. I think you're on the other side of it.
I am.
We have the 45 to 60
Yeah.
I'm
demographic.
still 44.
We're the plaque psoriasis demo.
Yeah. We're the ones that we get life insurance ads.
I get nothing but like ads for that.
Yeah.
Goodness
You,
gracious.
catheters.
Yeah.
No, it's not that bad. Calm down.
No, Crapopolis, which I cannot pronounce, Crapopolis, is on Hulu. It's about to start season 2.
Well,
so
I don't know any anything.
Yeah, it's Daniel.
feel stupid?
I'm sorry, Richard Ayoade, Matt Berry,
What?
What a great cast.
Pam Murphy. They've got a pretty deep bench. But you might want to check it out. I kind of just watched a little bit of it just to see.
Well, Amy, Freddy's your algorithm because he discovers these things I've literally never heard
That's
of.
true.
Well, I don't discover them. I'm just being fed by another
No, like,
algorithm.
You give them to us at least.
Yeah.
I don't know how you discover them, but
Yeah.
He finds
you're talking
them.
about what the fuck is unicorn?
Right. The unicorn. It's all whatever Apple TV dumps in my lap because that's how lazy I am. If it's on the front page, I'll usually try it. You know, I'll be like, I haven't watched Slow Horses yet, but apparently everybody loves that. But that's the sort of shit that's dumped in my lap. Like Sunny with Rashida Jones is really good.
Time Madness is really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amy and I watched a little bit of that.
A little bit of that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Lisa
Fun.
Kudrow.
You gotta love it. It's more Taiki Waititi.
Been watching The Facts of Life. This show likes to tackle the hard topics.
It really does.
I don't know if you guys know this, but they have a special episode every week, it feels like.
Have they come across AIDS yet?
Not yet.
They've
I'll
done
let you know when we get
suicide, child pornography,
Drugs? Have they done drugs?
Drinking. Not drugs yet,
Yeah,
but I'm only on the
drugs
second
yet.
season, so you
Yeah.
got to give me some time.
And they're pretty young still. Like once they're probably like Cloris Leachman comes in, I'm sure they'll tackle drugs.
Yeah.
Not that
But-
she's. I'm not saying anything, but
I
they're
think
old-
some of them had
they're
already
older.
tackled drugs
Yeah.
by then.
Drugs, I think is what you're
She's a little
saying.
older.
She's not their dietitian. She's
Yeah.
their pusher, man.
Girls, I have this new strain. It's gonna blow your minds.
All right. How'd we do?
We did great.
I think we did great.
So good to see it. Like talk to you again, Lewis.
We
Thank
love you, Lewis.
I like you guys so much. You guys are just, you guys are truly one of my best friends. So thank you so much.
Shush
for,
your face. I love you, man.
We gotta hang together the older we get, man. You
The
know,
older we get,
that's the way I look
the
at
less
it.
time we have on this earth.
So next
God.
week we're doing Madres. We're not doing
Madres.
them.
Oh, I'm doing your Madre.
I think that's Amazon. I think it's Amazon.
Okay.
So
Cool.
It means mothers.
Oh, Andy, Duolingo.
4 years of Spanish, baby.
At the end of every show, we say hi to our Beelzebubs. Go to patreon.com/NOTLP if you're interested to know what that means. You can find out there. Matt, Branan and Emily, Jeffel, Iona Goodwin,
And a great one.
thank you, Dr. Brian, Old Dirty Bill Sturd, Bill Fahrner, Blayne Yogurt, Jordache Jeans, Monica, Jeremy, Cassie, Gamora, Ernest, and Dave.
Thank you.
Lost Ogle. You can read Lewis's writing, lostogle.com.
thank you.
You bet.
And where
OGLE.
and where else can we find you, Lewis?
Usually, probably my Instagram, Lewis Fowler 78.
LOUISFOWLER.
Are you on Threads?
No, I'm
Okay.
not doing that stuff.
It's always time for threads. I don't have time for this stuff.
Nah, it's too much.
I miss Twitter, but I don't have time for new social media.
It's
Yeah.
not a good platform because they haven't figured it out yet, even though it's been like 2 years.
Yeah, I mean, if you haven't got the farm, I'm not gonna be fine with it. So
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
a big old mess.
It's a mess and we're old. Anything else?
No, that's it.
All right. Thanks so much again,
Thank
Lewis.
you.
Thank you for
See you
listening.
next week, Lewis.
Bye.
Hi, guys.
bye.
bed when his old buddy Leatherface put on Dawn of the Dead, and Igor made the nachos in a severed human head, and they enjoy the movie with their friends. David Kessler walks the streets of London